Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks takes a first look at Railway Empire, a tycoon-style game developed by Gaming Mind Studios and published by Calypso Media Digital. It is a tycoon-type game similar to what you have seen in Transport Fever or a little bit of Machinki that I've been showing on my channel. So, I wanted to, of course, I asked the developers, or actually, the publisher for a license, if I could get it for, review and whatnot, and they have been gracious enough to give me so that I can take a look and share with you guys what I think. So, going into the menu, you have like 3 or 4 types of play. One it would be the campaign, which would be basically a structured playthrough through all the USA map. Then you have scenarios, which you can actually pick and choose which part you want to have. You have the free mode, which is also according to the sections. And finally you have the sandbox, where you basically build willy-nilly. Right. So, also have contributors, I guess a nice credit section, I guess, editor and some newsletter and stuff. But we will be today taking a look at the campaign, and you can actually, start off your campaign here by pressing, chapter 1, Great Plains, and then you want to define the parameters of, so initial capital, starting city, pause game normal. When you are bulldozing stuff, I think it's kind of useful.
The rest are just gold diggers who don't
and
have
you can
a clue
actually
about
choose
how this
which one you
business works.
select. But I think with the campaign you have to start with the industrialist. So my name is GrunfWorks, and name of my company I cannot change, obviously. 5% higher freight prices, it's not a bad deal. So we might want to give it a go.
In 1863, on the banks of the Missouri River, the last chapter in the monumental undertaking of the Transcontinental Railroad began. The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began laying their tracks westward from Omaha through the wild heart of the North American continent.
Loving the story so far.
Massive challenges awaited them. Away from all civilization, the country was vast, the weather ruthless, and the challenges tremendously energy-sapping. But there was a masterstroke of modern engineering to be accomplished, to tame the wilderness and to conquer it with steel, fire, and steam. Never before had anything like this been ventured, but the time was ripe.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand. Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer.
Thank you.
I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington.
Sounds fun. Okay.
First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions.
I'm doing that.
Test the camera's zoom function. You can also rotate the camera.
This is kind of a
Give
tutorial section that guides you what to do, Rotate.
Very
QT.
good. Now you know the basic controls. Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest.
There we go. Omaha, Norfolk. How hard can it be?
Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
Nice touch. Train station, and he said like that, and by shift holding we change the angle. Oh, like it so far. Let's plop it up or down? Up.
Very good. Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode. Now plan the tracks between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the two station tracks one after the other. Then pay for your track planning.
Really? That simple? Okay. So this is already looking infinitely simpler than the Transport Fever, I'll tell you that much. And that's it. Pay.
Now create your first train so that you can set up a rail line between your stations.
Alright.
Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
So, new rail line, buy the locomotive. There's only one to choose, so that's not really a big deal.
Additionally, each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at. Now join your two stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other.
Okay, Omaha.
That's
Norfolk.
enough for your first rail line.
Simple.
Now confirm it so it becomes active. Very good. Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically take it.
There's the train. Oh, we can follow it even. Can we wait to pan? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's the view I've been looking for.
However, as each locomotive needs water, sand, and lubricant on its journey, you have to place a supply tower along the route.
Okay, lube the locomotive. Got it. Now, construction. We need to lube the locomotive. Supply tower.
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn.
Choo-choo. Okay, yeah.
Look, there is a corn farm near Omaha. Until now, the corn has made it to the city in the conventional way, but we want to change that.
Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Chief. I was just busy with looking at my choo-choo. Okay.
Now construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
How am I supposed to do that? Okay, not immediately, but a little bit more outside. Okay, gotcha. Dismiss, please. Yes. So, train station, small station train. Let's rotate you for successful deployment.
Now connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha.
Something like that, perhaps? I'm loving
And
this.
now things are
track
getting
construction.
tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be 2 trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict.
I'm following you so far.
Since trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a side track between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of 1 parallel track and 2 signals.
All right. So,
First, create a side track. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
okay, yeah, I can do that. Remove the tooltip, please. Now, track. You said build a side track. Hold on. I start from here. Make from here. Then make it up to here, I guess. And then connect it back here. Gotcha, Chief.
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the sidetrack, as they generally always take the shortest route.
Oh, and
For this
and it's
reason, you
expanded,
also have to
this guy.
specify the direction of travel on each parallel track.
Directional signals. Okay, gotcha. Well, remove
Now
this is a
open
little
building construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use. Excellent.
There we go.
Now do the same on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place
There we
a
go.
second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction. Very good. I'm sure that wasn't at all easy. You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations.
I love how this
You will find more information and tips under Hints and Tips.
Okay, fair enough. Well, except I have only one train, I guess. Maybe I should get the second train.
Now assemble a new train and give it a locomotive and a rail line. Your new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
Add locomotive, buy it, got it. Okay, and then set up a rail line. Evans Farm to... So, Evans Farm, yes. Omaha, yes. Norfolk. And actually, I would almost say do it like this. So once you're returning, do pick up goods and leave them there. Yeah, I think so. It would be actually kind of cool.
Excellent. The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn. Conventional transportation is much more costly for the farm.
There we go.
We're still missing something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. For this purpose, there needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced if necessary.
Oh, look at this.
Construct such a maintenance building at your station in Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building. Right, we've been lollygagging for long enough. I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people. I've written a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
Ooh, scary guy. Well, look at this. Let's take a look at the passing trains, shall we? Coming for some resupply. And the other one is fighting straight onwards. This is... So far, I'm really looking forward to this. Tips and tricks. Useful. Okay, I'll give it a look. Tasks. Connect Omaha and North Platte. Where's North Platte? You see, I would actually like if I have it here, and if it's blue, I would like to click it and see where it is. That would be handy. Devs, if you're watching this, here's a tip for you. Norfolk is growing. The better city supplied with goods by rail, the faster it grows. Select a city dialogue and learn more about its requirements. If they're over 60, the city can grow. Okay. Looks fun. Demand for imported meat has been reduced as maximum stock number has been reached. Okay, thank you. Here we can go between next train and previous train. Handy. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop it right here at this point because I think this has just been a first show and tutorial. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I don't know if this will be a full playthrough or I will just come back with a review. Ooh, weather! Nice. But I really wanted you to have like the really first impressions of this game. And I must say, so far they're pretty positive. But I cannot obviously promise any playthrough or anything until I really figure out how it will look and how much time do I have on my server. However, let me know what you think about the game, and I'll later on maybe post a video of comparing it to Transport Fever and see how it plays and see what it looks like, etc, etc. Okay guys, you know what to do. Like if you like the video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.